Hello dear students, all of you, good afternoon. Welcome to Infinity Learn, where learning is infinite and fun. Dear students, this is BS Math faculty for IIT JEE. In the last session we have discussed about the strategy that is to be followed in the last minute who are going to attempt JEE Main in a couple of days. In this class I am going to highlight the special points related to binomial theorem, how to score 4 marks or 8 marks in 30 minutes of this session. Dear friends, you know well I have given list of important topics that are to be revised just before exams. If possible, you just go through the previous video and you can get the topics, right. Let us just move to our topic, binomial theorem. Fine. Here I am going to highlight the sure models and important models, right. You see dear students, binomial theorem is a huge topic, very big topic. There will be n number of models. You know the prerequisites first we start with, that is the properties related to NCR, NPR and all these things. Then we define binomial theorem for integral index, the very title of binomial theorem we talk. From then we talk number of terms like x plus y whole power n. If you expand, there will be n plus 1 terms. This is the third point. Then you know how to find the particular term in a binomial expansion, that is x plus y whole power n in this expansion. If you want TR plus 1, this is going to be NCR into x to the power of n minus r into y to the power of r. You know it well. This is the basic point. Then friends, finding middle term or middle terms in a binomial expansion, followed by finding coefficient of x power m, constant term, number of rational terms after simplification in a special expansion, then sum of coefficients or sum of coefficients of even powers of x, sum of coefficients of odd powers of x relevant problems, then finding remainder related problems, right. These many models are there. Apart from this dear students, you can also see I plus f model problem, little lengthy problem. Then number of terms after simplification of x plus a whole power n plus or minus x minus a whole power n. Then next in advance we see multinomial theorem, number of terms related problems, finding coefficient, numerically greatest coefficient, and binomial theorem for rational index. And there will be special applications like approximations and applying this knowledge to divisibility problems, applying binomial theorem in proving certain inequalities, and then properties of binomial coefficients is a very big topic. Then double sigma, triple sigma problems. So binomial theorem is a big topic right now, but we are in the last minute. Can we revise the total topic? No. But dear students, with my little experience, what I can say is, you no need to see the total concepts what we are presenting here. In fact, you see, out of these 20 subtopics, I have divided into 2. I have given green signal for these and red signal for these. That means your prioritative subtopics must be these, because if you observe all the previous questions of JEE Main, including the latest July attempt papers, almost you got hardly very less questions from this area, and most of the questions, 90% of the times he has given question from this area. You can verify. So friends, these are all simple ones, simple and easy. Almost 2 or 3 points are enough to do the problems from this. Let us see some questions which can cover all these concepts. Are you ready? Fine, chalo. The first one, you see, this is the question given. for the natural numbers m comma n, given 1 minus y power m into 1 plus y power n is some expansion is given, that means it is multiplied. Given a1 is 10, a2 is 10, which are nothing but y coefficient and y square coefficient. Now find the value of m plus n, that is the question given. You see, this is very simple, you need to expand. That too you are left with a1, a2, that is coefficients of y and y square itself. You just apply binomial theorem, simple application. You see, 1 plus y whole power m will be 1 minus mc1 is my plus mc2 into y square and so on. This will be the expansion for the first one, multiplied by, you can see this is 1 plus nc1 is n plus y square coefficient is nc2 into y square and so on. It will end with n plus 1th term. I do not want the total expansion, I just want y coefficient and y square coefficient. Can you say the y coefficient? You just see, when you multiply y term into constant, that is minus m, and their y term into here constant plus n. n minus m is going to be y coefficient, which is given as a1, which is 10. This is equation number 1. Whereas y square coefficient, constant into y square coefficient, n into n minus 1 by 2, then here y term into y, that is minus mn, then next here y square coefficient into their constant, that is m into m minus 1 by 2 is also given as 10. You just simplify this equation, you are going to get, you see, m square plus n square minus 2mn plus, and m plus n is equal to 10 you are going to get, or you can say is equal to 20 you will get. Now you already, this can be written as m minus n whole square, where m minus n is 10, 10 square is 100 plus, or in fact m plus n is equal to 20, you are going to get minus here. From this you will get m plus n value is 80. In fact, dear students, to answer this question, what knowledge is required? Simple, binomial expansion is point number 1, y coefficient how to find and y square coefficient how to find. Then after that, little bit of algebra. You do not require higher knowledge like integrations and all these things, isn't it? This is a simple question based on very first point related to binomial theorem, that is what. But this kind of thing in a product, finding coefficient of y, y square, y cube is important, because most of the times he is giving question based on this. Clear? Right. A simple question, recently July attempt this question is given. Fine. You see, second important model, dear students, very important model. Find the number of rational terms in the binomial expansion of this. Here, this is a standard question. I think you know this technique, that is, if you are given a power 1 by p plus b power 1 by q whole power n is given, where a, b both are primes. In this, if you want number of rational terms, point number 1, n by LCM of p comma q we write, step we take. Now either plus 0 or plus 1 comes, and when will plus 1 comes? You know, either p or q or both divides n, then plus 1 comes, otherwise plus 0 only, that means the step itself the answer, that is it. The first question, without doing any calculation I am going to answer it. This is 2 square, no, 2 power 1 by 2 plus 5 power 1 by 6 whole power 120 is given. You just see both are prime, LCM of 2 6 is 6, 120 by 6 is going to be 20, since 2 divides as well as 6 divides 120 plus 1. So, your answer is going to be 21. That is all. Almost it takes no time. This is also recently given question. In the same way, you take this question, rather this first you see this question, the number of integral terms in the expansion of this is exactly 33, then least value of n. You see, same kind of question, number of integral terms as well as rational terms both are the same, because 3, 5 are integers. Now you just try to apply the logic. So, LCM of, you see, 3 and 5 both are prime, LCM of 2 and 8 is 8. So, n by 8 with step maybe plus 0 or plus 1 comes. This value must be 33. This value must be 33. Fine. Now, for which option it is going to be correct? You just see he is asking the least value of n. I try from options 128. You take n is equal to 128. It is no way nearer to 33. So, B option is wrong. Then 248 you take. If you take 248, 31 plus 0 or plus 1 cannot be 33. This is also wrong. 256 you try. 256 by 2 is going to be 32 plus 0 or plus 1. You see, 32 plus 1 we will get 33. Can I take 256? Yes, if you take n is 256, since 2 divides 256 plus 1 is required, it fulfills our purpose. So, 256 is the answer. No calculation at all, simple shortcut I have applied to find the answer. Of course, I have taken the help of options to identify the answer clearly. Clear? Now, dear students, you just see this question, same kind of, you see, total number of irrational terms. Please read the question carefully. Total number of irrational numbers is going to be same logic, 60 divided by 5 and 10 LCM is 10. Step, since 5 and 10 both divide, you will get plus 1, which is 7 terms are going to be integers, or I can say rational terms. There will be total of 61 terms in the expansion. Out of these 7 are rational, the irrational are going to be 61 minus 7, which is 54. This is also recently given question. And if you move back, there is a bit I mean to say slight difference in second question. He is asking to find the sum of the rational terms. You just see the sum of the rational terms, in the sense the sum of all those terms which are rational numbers in the expansion. You see, how many rational terms would be there? You see, 12 divided by LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Step, and 3 as well as 4 both will divide 12, so plus 1, which is going to be 2. There will be only 2 rational terms. Array, 2 rational terms only, you can find the 2 terms and sum them, right? When will you get, you know, 12C 0, you see, 2 power 1 by 3 power 12 into 3 power 1 by 4 power 0 is one term, 12 here, 0 here. And in the same way, 12C 12, 2 power 1 by 3 power 0 into 3 power 1 by 4 power 12. You just find these two. This is going to be 1, this is 1, 2 power 4, which is 16. This is 1, this is 1, this is 3 cube, 27. So, you are going to get the answer as 43. You see why I have given these 3 and the next problem 4 problems at one place, because all the 4 belong to the same concept. You see how many times the question appeared in the exam. Can't I say that this is an important model? Definitely, because the same kind of model is repeated. Moreover, friends, this question is given in JEE mains earlier many times, same model question. So, I say this is the first important modal in this particular topic. Clear? Clear. If you have any doubts, you can please post in the chat box. I will try to attend your doubts, right? Dear students, you see, apart from my math classes, you can also stream physics, chemistry classes by the expert in our team, Infinity Learn. Please stay tuned to Infinity Learn, where you are going to get wonderful concept oriented, problem solving oriented, especially exam strategy oriented. In these couple of days, 6 days, where you are going to write the exam in a couple of days, our team is going to give a wonderful sessions where you can score at least 20 or 30 more marks than what you are expecting now. Okay, dear students, now you see this model is done. Then the next important model. Here I have given 3 questions at one place because the same kind of question appeared. You see, 2019, 2020, 2017 and many more times, finding the remainder kind of. Do you know friends, this answer can be done within seconds. You don't require, you see, many students will be saying there will be 25 questions, we need to answer subject wise, and the time duration will be 1 hour, 60 by 25, so almost 2 point something they will calculate. But every question won't take that much time. Some questions can be answered in less than 1 minute time, some questions may take time. Our duty is to identify those questions which can be answered immediately and attack them, and which are time taking, you have to leave for the last round. Okay, that is the key point for success, do remember. Fine. So this is the question. Fractional part of 2 power 403 is, when divided by 15 is, it is simple friends. Indirectly he is asking the remainder when 2 power 403 is divided by 15. Here what you need to do is, you just keep reading multiples of 15, you see where you can find the nearest number to 15. You see, one can easily say 2 power 4 is 16. So I write it as 2 power 4 power 100 into 2 cube. I think all of you know, to find the remainder 2 power 4 16, it can be replaced by, what is the remainder when 16 is divided by 15? 1. 1 power 100 into 2 cube, which is 8. You can say that 8 is the remainder, so you are going to get 8 by 15, so k is 8. Very simple. How much time did you take to answer this question? Tell me. Isn't it? Is it not easy? The same logic you apply here. 3 power 200 divided by 8. What is the nearest number in powers of 3? 3 square is 9. So I write second question like 3 square power 100, so which is congruent to means I am just trying to find the remainder when divided by 8. 9 can be replaced by the remainder when divided by 8, 1 power 100, which is 1. So 1 is the remainder, so 1 by 8 is going to be the fractional part. Very simple, right? You try to observe the shortcut. In the next problem, you just see 27 power 999, it is divided by 7. So 27 powers, you just see which number is nearer to multiple of 7. You see 7 fours are 28. So when 27 is divided by 7, the remainder is 6. I can say minus 1 also. It is just one short of multiple of 7. I just write minus 1 power 999, which is minus 1. The remainder when divided by 7 minus 1 means 7 minus 1, which is 6. So 6 is the remainder. That's all. Yes. Shall I repeat? I know that many of you are expecting to repeat this because the shortcut will be a bit tricky. You might have, most of the students might have not expected that this question can be done in this way. Yes, it can be done very easily. I am dividing with 7. The base I can replace with the remainder when it is divided by 7. So 27 when divided by 7, the remainder is 6. Instead of 6, I write minus 1, minus 1 power 999 is minus 1. So, remainder minus 1 means you know in the set of integers it is 7 minus 1, 6 is the remainder. Clear? So, this is another model which is frequently being repeated. So, this is another important model, dear students. Then next, coming to the third, I can say finding coefficient of x power m model. I think friends, you know, this is a shortcut, you know, if the expansion is like a x power p plus b by x power q whole power n is given. If you want coefficient of x power m, you need to do blah 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 something calculation, not required, not required. Being the students of BS, you must apply the shortcut to find r. Suppose x power m coefficient appears in t r plus 1, to find r, can anyone say the shortcut? Yes, r is equal to np minus m by p plus q, friends. It must be an integer. So, r is equal to np minus m by p plus q. I think all of you aware of this shortcut, but of course in the time process, that means when you get the same kind of question in the exam, you must be able to apply it, then only it is useful, right? Now you see, dear students, you see the question, the coefficient of x power 7 in this expansion, okay, fine, and x power minus 7 in this expansion are equal, fine, then the value of b. Chalo, you try to apply the shortcut. I want coefficient of x power 7, so you just apply shortcut, r is equal to np is 77, np is 22 minus m is 7 by p plus q. P is 2, q is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. I think you got my point, friends. This is p, this is q, this is m, this is n, right? You just compare with this. np minus m by p plus q, 15 by 3, which is 5. r is equal to 5. Fine. You just try to write r is equal to 5 means sixth term. You try to write the coefficient 11c5. You just write the coefficient. No need to take x value. X coefficient is 1 power 6. Here 1 by b power 5. This is the coefficient of x power 7. Now the second one, x power minus 7, means here r is equal to np is 11 minus m is plus 7 by p plus q is 3, 18 by 3 is 6. When r is 6, try to write this 11c6 into 1 to the power of 11 minus 6 minus 1 by b power 6. I think you got this point. So, just equate them. You see, 11c5 by 11c6 is equal to, this is 1 by b power 6, you will get 1 by b. Now dear students, how do you compute 11c5 by 11c6? Let me tell you, dear students, here, let me write here, otherwise, NCR by NCR plus 1 is r plus 1 by n minus r. This is the shortcut. So, this is also same. The very first subtopic that I have highlighted, you see in page number 2, what I have displayed is prerequisites. There you will be learning this formula, right? So, 6 by 6, which is 1. 1 is equal to 1 by b. So, b value is 1. That's all. You see, the problem seems to be big and lengthy if you don't know the shortcut. If you are trying to find x power m coefficient by regular procedure, undoubtedly you will be taking minimum 3 to 4 minutes to solve this question, where dear students, if you know this technique, writing x power m quotient by using shortcut, no matter step 1, step 2, answer. You see, you need to remember this, you need to remember this, and that's all, you will get the answer. So, here through this problem, my intention is to recall two important concepts, dear students. One is how to find x power m coefficient in the expansion of a x power p plus b by x power q whole power n. It is nothing but r is equal to np minus m by p plus q. Clear? Clear? This is the most important point of the entire chapter, the highlight point of the chapter. Try to remember this. And I have applied the same for first question, second question, and while solving among many binomial coefficients properties, the most important one which we use very frequently is this. You must remember this, friends. NCR by NCR plus 1 is, yes, r plus 1 by n minus r. 11C 5 by 11C 6. You should not write 11 factorial by something blah blah blah. Apply the formula. Formula is important. Shortcut is important. Hope you are all following, dear students. Okay. Shall we move to the next question? Right. This question is also, you see, if the term independent of x is, in this expansion is k, find 18k. Array, this problem is half of the previous problem. Yes, independent term means x power 0 coefficient. This problem is in a standard way here. You can apply the shortcut. You just apply r is equal to np is 18 minus m is 0 because it is independent term by p plus q is 3, r is equal to 6. R is equal to 6 means 7th term. I don't bother what number of term it is. When r is equal to 6, what is the general term? Right? 9c6 into, just take the coefficient 3 by 2 power 3 into minus 1 by 3 power 6. This is given as k. You just find 18k, it does not matter, you can compute. What is there? It is just a matter of a shortcut. Yes. Now you tell me whether we need to remember the shortcut or not. Yes. If not, this question also will take minimum 2 to 2.5 minutes. If you remember the shortcut, just 1 minute. Am I correct? Right? Chalo. Next problem. This time I am not going to solve the problem, I guess. You see, the constant term in the binomial expansion of this is 180. Find r. Just I give you 30 seconds, friend. Just try. Constant term m is equal to 0. np minus m by p plus q, r plus 2. This is going to be the r value for the expansion. He said this value is 180. Okay. So this is r, friends. This is r. For that r, you have to find the term, or else if I say this is s, now 10cs into 2 to the power of 10 minus s into 1 to the power of s must be 180. So what could be s is the first question, and he is saying the constant term in this expansion is, he has given 180, he is asking us to find r value. You just tell me one common sense, friends. 180 is here. 180 is actually 4 into 45. So this 10 minus s, this is anyhow 1, 10 minus s cannot be 3 because it is integer, this is integer, this is integer. If 10 minus s is 3, 4, 5, the right side will be multiple of 8, 16 and all. So it is no way, so 10 minus s can be either 2 or 1. So that means let s be 8 and check. You just check 10c 8 into 2 square, it is perfectly 180. So 10 minus s is 2, s is 8. If s is 8, accordingly you can find r. You can just see, you can just find s value. Right? In this problem, friends, little bit of observation is required. Okay. Now dear students, in the same way, even this problem also, the ratio of coefficient of middle term, what is middle term here? 20c10, isn't it? And the sum of coefficients of middle terms, middle two terms, you see 19, no. So you will get 19c9 plus 19c10. Yes, this is going to be, what did he say? the middle term of the expansion and sum of this, he is asking the ratio. I think friends, you know, among the binomial properties, NCR plus NCR plus 1, this is another second important property which we frequently use. This is N plus 1 CR plus 1. By this property friends, this is 12C10 by, this is also I can say this is 20C10 by, this is also 20C10, both get cancelled, the ratio is 1. You see what a simple question is given. For your kind information dear students, sometimes in mains exam he is giving 2 questions from JEE from binomial theorem, not 1, 2 questions. So it is an important topic. Almost you can find a paper, I mean you cannot find a paper without a question from binomial theorem. Such an important topic it is. You see, in all the questions what we have applied, I never used multinomial theorem, I never used binomial theorem for rational index, binomial quotient properties. The huge part what you are feeling, many students will feel that by seeing those subtopics, are a binomial theorem very difficult topic here. If you just see the question pattern, all the questions are given from the first half itself. All the questions are given from very beginning 3-4 concepts itself. If you are thorough with this, if you are thorough with these models, there is 90% probability to get question from this area in binomial theorem. Of course, I do not say that you will never get question from second half, but the chance is only 10%. In this last time, if you did not prepare this topic, why do not you prepare at least this part? Only 10, even 10 will not be, it will be hardly 5 to 6 formulae. The general term of binomial theorem, expansion, coefficient of x power m related shortcut, 2 properties related to binomial quotient, this and NCR by NCR plus 1, sum of all binomial quotients is 2 power n, kind of properties, right? Dear students, this is also related to the same. You see how many questions you see. For your kind information, all the questions are given in JEE mains only. Yes, whatever questions I picked up here are from previous questions of JEE main, right? This question also, of course this kind of questions are very very important. You see dear students, coefficient of x power 18, you see 1 plus x into, whenever you see 1 minus x into 1 plus x square plus x square, you know that it is 1 minus x cube. You see you can take 1 minus x here, the rest of the things you can write 1 minus x cube whole power 9. So which is 1 minus x square into 1 minus x cube whole power 9. And you can observe dear students, 1 minus x square into this expansion is going to be 9c0 minus 9c1 x cube plus 9c2 x power 6 and so on. You may be getting minus no and so on up to 9c9 you are going to get. Now of these you just want x power 18 means constant into x power 18, x square into multiple of 3 you will not get x power 18. So what can you say? X power 18 coefficient means x cube power 6. So I can say 9c6 is going to be the answer, which is 9c3, which is 84 is the answer, isn't it? So dear students, and after that I have given some more typical kind of, this is also can be done bit of calculation oriented only. So dear students, these questions, and then only a few questions are given from properties of binomial quotients. You see this question last minute, you see the coefficients are in AP and the rest of the things are binomial coefficients only. You know the shortcut, when the coefficients are in AP, simple shortcut is first number plus last number by 2, say please, first number plus last number by 2, that is 64 by 2 is 32 into, when these coefficients are not there, what is the answer? 20c0, 20c1, 20c2, 20c20, it is 2 power 20. So this is 2 power 5 into 2 power 20 is going to be 2 power 25. What a problem. Hardly 15 to 20 seconds given in JEE main. Yes. So dear students, don't expect every problem to be lengthy, difficult and all. So in this half an hour session, I want to highlight that if you are feeling a particular topic is difficult, lengthy, that may be the reason because you may be having fear about some particular subtopics. Leave those and focus on the important area for the examination. And dear friends, I tell you, in the subsequent tomorrow and all the days for the 6 days, I am going to take up 6 different topics. Of course, in tomorrow same time, maybe 2:30, I am going to give you related to 3D geometry top 10 models. 10 important questions I am going to highlight, which you can almost expect in the exam. That is the thing. So dear students, hope you have enjoyed. Please encourage us by subscribing our Infinity Learn, and all the team, math, physics, chemistry, all the faculty are trying hard to give you success in the little time. Thank you very much. Stay tuned to Infinity Learn.